Hi, thanks for taking the time to watch this short video on how to get the best out of your visit to BNI Hammersmith. My name's Alex Stanier. I run the meetings every week, and we've been doing Zoom now for over a year, and I've just got a few tips to pass on to you that we've learned. First of all, welcome. And you might be a seasoned networking professional, you know exactly what you're doing, or this might be the first time you've had to stand up virtually in front of 40 plus people to talk about yourself and your business. Either way, we're a very friendly crowd. We know that everybody had to do their first presentation at once. We all did it. We've all been there. We all know that we feel a bit nervous. Relax. We really want you to do well. We are there to support you. Now, some general tips about equipment. Now, if it's the night before the presentation, it might be too late to sort all of this out. But in general, think hard about investing in your Zoom experience in the months and possibly years going forwards. First thing to worry about is sound. Good microphone makes a huge difference. I mean, it's about £50 for a USB microphone on Amazon or one of these other companies. You might need to buy a little adapter if you're going to connect it to your phone sometimes. But we've learned that when 50 people talk one after the other for 50 seconds, it really reveals how some laptops have great microphones and others are absolutely terrible. Some people are lucky. The room they present from has got lots of fabric, which deadens the sound, which generally is better for the audience. Other people's, they're like in an echo chamber and it sounds pretty awful. So these are things that you can fix in advance. The next point, just to mention, is your internet connection. It's probably too late to fix that now, but you need to practice and get to the point where you know it's not going to be jumpy and jerky, and maybe you need to be in a different part of the house where the Wi-Fi is stronger. Okay, the camera, the webcam, it doesn't have to be amazing quality. What's more important is physically, where is it? Now, I'm talking to you with a camera that's pretty much level with my eyes. If you've got an iPhone or another phone or a tablet, please don't put it on the table, because then as you're looking down at it, we're looking up your nose as you present. Move it up and put it on a pile of books or a box or something so that at least it's level. The next point is lighting. Now, we start our meetings very early when dawn hasn't even broken yet. And then sometimes the sun rises and you'll suddenly get a blast of sunlight through the window. These are not good for television conditions. You need to have even lighting. Maybe get some of those LED ring lights, position them so that you've got nice side lighting and overhead lighting. They don't cost very much, and they just allow you to control the experience. Related to that is a background. Now, you don't have to have a digital one like this or a green screen, but what really matters is that it shouldn't be a cluttered, dark, dingy background with very little lighting. You want people to focus on you and your message and what you're saying, and not be looking over your shoulder thinking, oh, that's a bit messy. That's distraction. Finally, we've noticed that on a PC running Windows or an Apple Mac, in Zoom, there's a view called the gallery mode, which allows you to see 5x5 or even 7x7 people in a grid. And it just lets you feel you are connected with the group. You can see everybody. You can then jump to individual views if you want, but we found that on a phone, that view is missing, and people have said that they feel disconnected to the rest of the group. So if you can work from a laptop or a PC, potentially that's going to give you a better experience. Now, how to present yourself. You need to dress to impress a client. Whatever you wear for a new client, if you spend all your time in a suit and tie, that's fine. If it's chinos and a polo shirt, that's fine. If it's work overalls, that's fine as well. But maybe not dirty or mucky or dusty or whatever. Make it look good. Now, the next point is that, like in television, Zoom drains color, especially if your lighting's not that great. So you might need to wear clothes, or you consider wearing clothes that are brighter than you would ever normally wear. For women, you may want to wear makeup that is brighter than you would. My friend who worked in BBC radio and television, does online conferences and face-to-face conferences. She said, you've got to treat Zoom like television, and you need to dress brighter than you ever normally would. Blair Palmer, she was a member of BNI Hammersmith 15 years ago, maybe now. She also say, particularly for women, Zoom is very unflattering when it comes to cleavage, so you may want to dress more conservatively, button up a bit more than you would. Now, I can't make much more comment than that. That's her words. Now, when it comes to the actual style of presenting, please put your head up, look straight at the camera if you possibly can. That might mean putting your notes behind the camera on the screen. We want to feel energy. Now, what exactly do you say? 50 seconds goes very, very quickly. Let's actually do it in reverse. So let's finish with your ideal referral. Talk about the exact piece of business you would really like to receive. So it's very, very clear for the rest of us what it is you're looking for. Now, in the middle of your 50 seconds, talk about the why you do what you do and the benefit to the client at the end. We're not really that interested in the how. I work in IT, and I do not think I should be talking about how I join cables together or how I write particular bits of programming code or anything like this. Might be interesting to me, it's not interesting to everyone else. But my clients might want to know that I give them peace of mind because of all the security packages that are in place. They know they are totally protected and they're comfortable, or they are really thrilled with the efficiencies they've gained with some system that I've implemented. That's the bit that matters. Finally, at the beginning of your presentation, you give your name and your details and possibly the description of what you do if it's not already clear. Overall, you need to think about the fact that you are trying to educate the people in the room rather than directly sell to them. Because you're thinking, or you should be thinking, that they have wider groups of people that they know. If they can remember you because they've learned from you, then the next time they come up with someone saying, I need this, then they might think about you. Okay, the networking before and after. Now, the formal part of our meeting starts at 7 a.m. That's when people virtually sit down to do the presentations. But the half an hour before is really, really important. That's when you can ask to be connected to someone particularly you want to speak to. So if you go to BNI-Hammersmith.co.uk, there's a list of all our members. There might be someone you really want to talk to. Join the Zoom meeting. You can ask to be connected with them in that opening half an hour. Similarly, during the meeting, you might hear someone say something and you think, I really want to talk to that person. So you can message us during the meeting and we'll put you in a breakout room afterwards so you can talk to that member or maybe that other visitor. Finally, after the meeting's all over, you probably want to follow up with an email to everybody just to remind them who you are. That's just good networking tactics. Okay. So that's at the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. We really look forward to seeing you at the next BNI Hammersmith meeting.